At this time, I'd like to call the Monday, October 9th, 2017 Planning Commission meeting to order. That brings us to the first item on the agenda, which is roll call. Alta? Here. Charnel? Here. Daniels? Here. Hema? Lindell? Here. Pidd? Here. Price? Here. That brings us to number 3, which is the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion? I've got a motion by Mr. Alta and a second by Price. I hadn't seen you in a while, so that brings us to number 4, which is the approval of the minutes from the September 11th, 2017 Planning Commission meeting. Got a motion by Chanel and a second by Daniels. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. That brings us to public input. Citizens may speak to issues not on the agenda. Please approach the microphone and before speaking, give your name and address for the record and limit your comments to 3 minutes. Is anybody here for anything other than what's on the agenda?
Are you bringing up Rick Knowlton's dilemma? Thank you.
Okay. Is that all we have for that? All right. That'll bring us to the public hearing. At this time, I'd like to open the public hearing for the conditional use permit.
So I'll just give some background on this. The applicants, Reliable Auto, are looking to open a used car sales business at the former Cannon Stop, which is on the north side of the city. They would be looking to have no more than 30 cars out there at a time and lease the property, rehab the building and the signage and everything out there. And then they would be looking to have their business out there, which would be open on an appointment basis, but also a few hours a week. The applicants are here tonight if you have any questions for them.
Do you have anything you wanted to add from the last time you were here? No?
No, we just
All right.
appreciate you letting us be here, so thank you.
Wonderful. Do we have any comment from the public? Anybody in the public want to speak on the issue of the conditional use permit for the Reliable Auto? Hearing none?
I make a motion to approve the conditional use permit for Reliable Auto.
Second.
We'll close that public hearing here first, and then we will move on. We've got a motion by Mr. Altoff, a second by Mr. Price. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. That brings us to the Rick Knowlton Development discussion item. And I believe we are awaiting paperwork.
Just to let you know that now at the council meeting next Tuesday night, that'll be approved,
It might not be a bad idea, because they're the ones that have the ultimate say. I mean, it comes through here so that the public has a chance to speak, but, if they have any questions, then that'd be the time to answer them for them.
Same place?
Yes.
Yep,
Same time?
6:30 next Tuesday.
Wonderful. All right, and we didn't want to be rude and walk out, are we?
Oh, no, you're welcome to,
We're
your
in.
part's all done. We're,
Vikings, all right.
Yeah,
Thank you all.
thank you.
We appreciate it.
absolutely.
I don't have anything from Rick Knowlton stuff.
Nobody does. I just went up there today.
I'll get something going down on that piece of land. That's been empty for a long time. When those pumps were there, their cars used to still stop thinking that they'd get cheap gas.
Yeah, it said 217 up to 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. I am back after that awful pickle I was in, but to continue. We're at the Rick Knowlton discussion, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Rick Knowlton has purchased lots up in the former sandstone development, where it was determined that development would be halted and everything up off of Cedar Hills Drive. Let me see what these areas have been zoned urban residential, which means that only one home is allowed per 10 acres. This would mean that a rezoning would need to occur for these properties in order to develop all of the lots up there. And the HRA also has to be involved in this because there is a possibility that the lots going up to Sandstone Road, which is kind of our cutoff point, which I have a rough map drawn here that I can show everyone. Just technical difficulties tonight. So I'll just continue speaking about it. The lots that Mr. Knowlton has purchased, he can develop on one of them at this time, with the current zoning being one home per 10 acres, per our city legal counsel and everything. And it has been determined that he could build one home at this time with the current zoning. Therefore, if he procured the correct building permits and got permission from the building department zoning, which is myself, a building could go up as soon as he was ready on one of the lots that he owns right now. With the other lots, it's kind of hard to see on there, but thank you. This black line represents Sandstone Road, and it is proposed, possibly if we get an agreement with the HRA, that all of these lots to what would be the west go up for sale for development by any purchasing party. At this time, we are looking to only rezone lots that are owned, but at the Planning Commission's discretion, you all can direct staff to go forward with a rezoning of all of these lots up here per we get an agreement with the HRA.
It'd probably be best, I think, to move in that direction with the builders. Right now, they're able to put a little more money into a lot. It's my understanding that there is a way to build on them. It just costs a little more. Well, with housing being hot, that's probably the time to do it.
Well, I thought when we approved Rick
What do you think?
Knowlton's lots up there, that we approved both of them to be built on, and the zoning was not. It would,
The lots that we're talking about tonight are,
because Rick has the two lots right
yes, right here.
down there.
Yep.
right?
And so there is a home that is constructed on this one, and then he owns this one and these two. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, like I said, it is the city's perspective that one home could be developed on one of those lots currently with the current zoning.
I
If
think we better get after getting them rezoned and quit wasting
Yep.
everybody's time here.
I think so too.
Right, like,
Because
right
that
now.
zoning, there was a reason that zoning was put into place, and
Correct.
that was when there was a big question on whether those were gonna be buildable or
Mhm.
not.
yes.
They were
So-
already platted and zoned, and
Yep.
the property lines are back there and everything, so I don't see wasting the city's time or Rick's time or anybody's money
Yep.
on any of this at all. The only one that's ever stood in the way of anything going up there has been the city engineer.
But you got a can of worms there. You got the county involved now.
And
Well, the county, I
Or
think,
the
right now is willing to
SEMCA?
make a
Sem-
deal.
SEMCRA, yes. That would kind of go under the HRA that I was speaking about. With the county, they are, upon our discussions with them, are willing to sell these lots to anybody who is willing to buy them, so.
Yeah, the county's been ready to do something for quite a while on it.
Well, it's been holding that real estate for quite some time now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do we need to do to start that ball rolling? 'Cause
So,
that would take care of Rick Knowlton's issue, and then going forward, it wouldn't even have to come here. People could actually just buy the lots and build and, right?
correct.
I don't know.
You're talking about.
What do
lots
we
on-
gotta do to make that happen?
Which lots,
Yeah.
which lots are you talking about?
I'm not privy to all of what's going on here, but I do know that Rick bought these lots some time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Several weeks ago, like 4 or 5 weeks ago. Now, why would the county sell a lot you can't build on? Doesn't make sense. Okay, so now you've got a guy that buys the lots, and he's willing to build where you've been sitting on this for how many, 8, 10 years, 12 years? I don't know, it's been a long
Been a
time.
long time.
Yeah, so let's let him build there.
Since
So,
07.
so
Yep.
what I don't get is Rick comes down here to City Hall and he talks to Maroney. I don't know which part of this you've been in on, but talks to Maroney and to Ron Johnson, and everybody's kind of sitting here with all these balls in the air, but nobody wants to land any of them. And the idea here is to get them a building permit. So if it
Right.
takes to rezone it, why wasn't that process started? Now we wasted this meeting.
Right.
So now what, are we gonna wait for another month? Maybe we'll waste that one too, I don't know.
Well, at least it's better than 12 years or,
But I like what he said. Let's get the ball
Yeah.
rolling, okay?
yeah.
And Rick's not able to be here tonight, and I'm not his mouthpiece, but
He's right.
well, yeah, good. Then get up here and tell him.
Well, I think it would be a good idea to make sure that zoning isn't a problem for all those other lots either.
Well, just to clear the air here, the county has been willing to sell those since they went to bankruptcy court. The county has wanted to dump those right now and then, and the city, Better Fathers, have decided that they think that there's a gold mine up there, and they want a lot of money coming back to them, and that's why they've all been sitting on it. Because they think there's a ton of money up there that should be coming back to them for the utilities. Even though they held all the letters of credit and kept all the money for everything, when it all went down the tubes, on all those lots, the counties wanted to get rid of them from day one, as soon as they went back on bankruptcy. So the county hasn't been the problem, it's been the city here not wanting to give it up. I mean, I can give you every piece of paper on everything that's happened up there for the last 14 years. And I tried to buy all them lots up there, and the city wouldn't have nothing to do with it. And I got tired of arguing with the city engineer on it.
Well, at this
So I
point,
think we better, if we got somebody that wants to build something up there, we better get after it and quit jerking everybody's chain. And if we gotta get rid of somebody in the city to get it done, then that's what we need to do.
Well, until we get all these lots rezoned, I was told by Dave Maroney today, the city, that we could give Rick a building permit for that lot he wants to build on and start this fall.
That's correct.
well, we should at least get that part started.
Yeah, so that is just applying for a building permit, which is done at City Hall. So he can come in tomorrow and apply for one if he wants. You're ready?
What do we need, a motion to rezone those, or?
Yes, so he can build one home on one lot with the current zoning. With a new zoning, then all of the lots could be developed
Right.
on.
Well,
But-
and we need to rezone that as probably, I'm guessing, with that lot size, it's probably single family.
Yes, they would be rezoned to either an R2 or an R3, depending.
What's the
They
difference?
were R3 originally.
Okay. So it would be an R3. The
R3.
difference is just lot size, essentially.
Well, then, do we have,
Close you can go to the property line.
do we have a motion to rezone those lots?
Or,
Well,
it'd be a motion to,
One now.
yeah, it'd be a motion to direct staff to begin the rezoning process
Okay.
of the,
Okay, we've got a motion by Mr. Price and a second by Ms. Charnel. All in favor? Aye.
I think we ought to take a look at the lower lots that are down on 25 also, because all of those are plenty good to build on also.
The other question I have, first, could we get in writing that Sam says I can come in and get a building permit this week? And then number two,
If Dave
why
doesn't give
are-
you
why
one,
do-
you call me
Yeah.
immediately.
why do we, I'm the owner of 2 lots, why do we have to work with the HRAs? They don't own anything over there. They don't own 1 lot in that development.
it would be working with them to just make sure that all of those lots, that they don't have an interest in them.
If they have an interest, they
if-
should be buying them. I have an interest and I purchased them.
Yeah, so it would just be, make sure that whoever's interested in them gets them. The HRA information I got from, the city manager. I have been kind of out of that conversation, so.
Rick just wants to build on one,
Well,
but he owns 2.
But he owns
And then
two.
he has 2 more around the corner going to the back of his house.
From what I understand, you would probably give me permission to build on 1 lot because that's
Yep.
allowable in that development?
Yes, so you could start on one lot as soon as possible, and
But in that whole
The
section, that's under 10 acres there, so that not another house could be built up there till we get our act together in town here.
correct. And so with the motion to do the rezoning just now,
Yep.
it could all be rezoned up there by November.
Since the plat was already done, can some of that be,
Expressed?
Yeah,
moved along a little faster?
it has to follow it has to go to planning commission again next month. Then it has to go to city council for the first reading and the second reading.
Okay.
So we have to follow the process of public notification
Yep.
and when
That
planning
plat was
commission
already
meets.
approved once up there, exactly the way it is. All those pins and everything's all still in up there.
Yep, it's just the zoning that would have to change.
And we
Yep.
can't speed that up.
No.
It has to do with the hearings.
When did
and-
they ever get moved back to 1 every 10 acres? I don't remember ever, Anything.
I went through and found it was in 2013, I believe.
I don't think I missed a meeting in 2013, and I would have never put my stamp of approval on that. I'll guarantee you, when I get home tonight, I'm gonna be going through some paperwork.
Okay. Yeah, I have it here with me as well, so,
Too.
okay.
Get your building permit tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause winter's
If
coming.
you don't-
Get
if
the
you don't
concrete
get it,
work done.
Call me immediately, because I'll be down here before you get here.
So then, to answer my second question, the other lot that I purchased, you're gonna look at rezoning
Yeah, right.
the whole area?
Yes, it'd be
Yep.
with your permission.
And that would be within, within November,
By
December?
By December.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll
Believe
take-
me.
It'd be
I'll
ready
flying
for
back to
spring,
California
but
for these
that's-
meetings.
It'll be
I
2
won't miss
months
one.
before they'll get
And then
approved.
back to my question on this HRA, why do they have any authority on?
They don't even have any money in on any of that.
No, but when I talk to.
They're
Dave
trying to
Maloney,
dictate who gets to have the
he
lots.
told me the same thing, that they have the authority on
Well,
what's
this is out of the record. Who's collecting the fee? The building?
county. And
The county does.
And I had a meeting with Burkhardt today on some other lot and some other property. And he said that as soon as I paid the county for these 2 lots, a part of that money or all of it came back to the city.
I'm not sure.
And
Well, I'd like to check on that, because if they're collecting the money, it's all our city's utilities in there. I'd like to see it come back to the city.
the county wasn't working, so Burkhardt,
Yeah.
his contact was not there. But he, that's what Burkhardt told me, that the money got sent back to the city.
Okay.
And then there's the issue of assessments, because the city can
So the
assess.
county wanted to get out from under it right away when it went back, right from the day one, and the whole holdup was here at the city hall.
These 2 particular lots that I bought are facing Cedar Hills. They weren't
Right.
part of the water and sewer project
That was already, right,
So
yeah.
these two particular lots faced Cedar Hills Drive, so the utilities came off of that project.
Yep. And the street's all got the wear coat and everything on it, so it's all good to go. You don't have to worry about around the corner.
The other two lots that I have, the reason I bought two, but so we could grade those together, so they would match out. Lot 9 and Lot 10 sit higher than Lot 1 on the corner.
Well, you'll be able to get going before the snow flies.
And then we'll work on the rest of the plots.
Yeah, we'll get the rest of them ready for spring.
You said they were talking about one lot, and you thought it was still the corner, but if they weren't, Maroney was talking about Lot 9. When they said they were gonna let you build on one lot, you thought.
Well, I think he had it wrong. I think he was talking about the lot you own next to Jason's
Yeah,
house.
we don't need to.
You're not gonna do that.
Yeah, those
That's
were all
why-
approved
that's
a
why-
long time ago.
Yeah.
Two.
Right.
Jason built on one, and mother-in-law will be on the other one. This is another couple that's coming out of Wisconsin. Their kids live up on Cedar Hill.
Yeah, I think if we can fill them lots up there, that
Mhm.
we better get after it like yesterday.
When the sooner we can start collecting on that tax base,
And it is only
maybe our water bill won't go up next year.
Well, the council,
I that have bought two lots. Chris Albrecht that lives in the only house in that addition, he's purchased one lot next to him and plus another one also. So he's gonna be coming here at some point in time and asking for
Yeah.
zoning.
Would he buy Barry Robler's old house?
Yep.
Okay,
And he bought the lot next to him from the county, and I believe one more, I don't know where it is.
all right.
I think
Because that third one down needs some corrections in it. The first two don't need any corrections. Yep.
So, I mean, this would be good if you push forward and rezone.
No,
And back to.
well, just to throw another wrinkle in
I
this,
still don't have my answered on
And,
that.
yeah,
Why-
like I said,
Why
I'm-
do they have authority when they don't own any property?
And I have not been privy to those conversations. That is, city manager and community development director.
I would have to say they have zero to do with it, because each one of us tonight here could go down tomorrow and buy a lot. They have zero authority of any of our land.
We couldn't
You know what I'm
vote
saying?
on it.
Each one of us could go down there and buy one tomorrow, and there'd be nobody having any say other than us that own the lot.
Yeah, because when the county first started talking about wanting to get rid of it, I don't think they even wanted $10,000 per lot out of it, at the most.
Referring to the city manager, who is that, Ron Johnson?
Yes.
Okay, so, and so what I don't understand, because this is a.
But we've
this
been through
body does not
three
make
city
decisions.
managers on this on this project.
This body does not make decisions, it makes recommendations.
Correct.
But you came in here tonight, and Rick, how many weeks have you been trying to get a building permit?
Well, since they bought, not a building permit, but the ability to.
Permission
That's a
too.
building permit.
Permission.
That's a building permit.
Permission.
Well, it's different. A building permit is
Well,
a building permit. A permission to rezone is a different issue.
no, but we're talking about, you wanted to build, and you
Yep.
came in here and you asked to build weeks and weeks ago, correct?
Well, and when I first purchased
Okay,
the property, we
so
wanted
what,
to know.
my question is, how come tonight all of a sudden you can come in here and say, you can come in and get a permit tomorrow? What changed? Because he's been trying to do this and
Well, the
hasn't.
zoning for 1 per 10,
This one,
I guess to be politically correct, it was brought to my desk last week for the first time, and
Who
no,
brought that to you?
the secretary.
I think you can say this is a public building, and it's public
my
information.
supervisors, the city
Yep.
manager and Mr. Dave Maroney,
Yep, okay.
brought it to my desk, and I took the initiative, knowing planning commission was tonight,
Yep.
to get it rolling, contacted our city attorney for permission to build in a urban residential.
That a girl, way to go. But what I'm saying is, all of a sudden, you can grant permission to him, and he has not been able to obtain that in this building for a month. We'll call it a month, Rick, huh?
yeah, but
Yeah.
in the other aspect, I did meet Ron Johnson up there, was it Thursday of last week, Jason? Thursday?
Yeah, if the zoning hasn't changed in 30 days, the day you talked to them the first time, they should have handed you a permit form.
That particular date, he didn't tell me I could build there. So
I don't ever remember us or the council changing the zoning up there, ever. And that would've had to come through us for it to get done, I believe.
I don't know that it was us. I think the county did that while it was kind of in limbo.
There was a 6-month agreement between the county and the city that they wouldn't allow building out there.
At all, when it first
Right.
went back, right,
6 months is what the agreement was.
right.
After that, they turned it into an urban development zone. Whoever did that, it would have to be the city, it wouldn't be the county.
We have documentation from city council meetings from December 2013 where the city council voted to rezone those lots to the urban reserve, urban residential.
Well, we did get the ball rolling on that. What, are there any planning commission member comments?
I just wanna make sure that lower cul-de-sac, that those lots get included in these upper cul-de-sacs. Cause if you take your black line and go straight across, that lower valley court down there, those 6 or 7 lots that are in there, there's one that, the end lot, lot 1, shouldn't be built on anyway. But straight across Valley Court, those all fall within, down on the lower, coming in off of 25, should be included in this replatting so that they can be sold and built on also. They're not on this map. You gotta come in off of 25. You can see half of them.
Here?
No, up in the far left-hand corner. Go other way, there, right there.
Oh.
Across the street from those lots,
Oh,
there is another 7 lots down there
Mhm.
that are all walkout, split walkout or full walkout lots.
The reason this line is drawing like that, and I don't know was this mine or yours?
Ron gave me this
Yeah,
information.
well, Ron met me right up there, and he was gonna talk to, Wheeler. What's his name, John?
Joe Wheeler.
Joe Wheeler.
To see if he would allow, those lots to be sold. And my question still is, where does John Wheeler come in with the authority?
What's he got
run
to
this
do with it?
district?
Well,
According to.
a couple months ago, the city council authorized
Some,
Joe Wheeler from Southeastern Minnesota Housing to explore developing those lots.
Did that come through the?
Well, that-
planning
That came through the council.
commission? You guys
He
did.
can
No.
explore all he wants, but he doesn't own them, so he has.
Right, he
Yeah.
has no say-so.
What's he exploring now?
Unless he's looking for something for the school to build on or more habitat,
Yeah.
more habitat houses.
According to Dave Maroney and Ron Johnson, they both told me that they have the authority on this whole development.
No
That's-
way.
They're the 2 top guys, and that's what they told me personally.
Well, we maybe better do a directive to get that straightened out, because you just don't give up 30 lots to Habitat for Humanity.
And that's our point.
I think we should get that clarified before.
Yeah.
We'd like to see single-family homes and whatever,
Yep.
homes being built.
We can accommodate Habitat for Humanity and see to it that they have a few things to do every year, but we don't need to give them every lot in town. And if Mr. Wheeler has a problem with that, he better get on the phone to me, and we'll have that discussion. I might be mayor next month.
You better bring Ron Johnson up to speed then, because he thinks
Yeah.
full authority is still with Wheeler.
Well, he brought up the proposal.
That's all right, those guys can go out to lunch and shoot the shit all they want. I don't care.
He was the one that brought the proposal to the council to have, his organization explore setting it up.
yes, it's called SEMCRA, Southeastern Minnesota Housing Redevelopment Authority.
Yeah, and they've been in town before. They tried to build up that valley below I call it the old Schweik farm. They paid $260,000 for that unbuildable piece of property, and now they're up here. If the council's gonna give them authority, shouldn't there be public hearings on what type of
Yeah.
housing is gonna be put up there?
Well, it wasn't to develop, but it was to explore.
We're done exploring.
We're done exploring, probably.
The exploring hit the wall.
So do I need to,
Get a permit tomorrow.
I can go ahead on one lot and we're gonna pursue,
Right. That lot you wanna build on, go ahead, and then,
I'd get right after it.
yep.
Make
I
sure
can
you,
help with the
you get a hold of them before 8 o'clock, because I'm gonna be down here 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
sounds good, thank you.
Okay.
The planning commission members have any other comments?
Do we have to do anything to redirect or
What?
anything on the last part of the discussion?
No.
about It being under advisory, or?
I
the
believe
council
that
should
was
take a
all
look
put,
at it?
I believe that was all in there, but, if we want, we can certainly
was-
say,
That was all included in the motion, to
Yep.
have staff look into research and bring a rezoning back to next month's meeting.
wonderful. Thank you, Sam.
Yep.
That brings us to number 9, which is adjourn.
So move.
Motion by Mr. Price. Second by, Mr. Lundell. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. That concludes the Monday, October 9th Planning Commission meeting.
Thanks for coming in, Sam, on your day off.